Here in beautiful Paris at Paris Blockchain Week Summit, and we're here with Pascal from Ledger, the one and only Ledger, very famous in France, worldwide, more than 1 million users, I think.
1.5 million units of the Nano X that we sold in 165 countries. So that was the result, yes.
I remember the end of 2017 with the hype in the bull market. Actually, I know a reseller in the Netherlands that was like, okay, all units are sold out.
No, it was a crazy time for the market, for us and for everyone else. Of course, the bearish market has been much more difficult and has put pressure on our sales. But we're still doing well, and the products are still well accepted by the community. And the hardware wallet is still at the heart of what we do. However, also what we've done in 17 and 18 is that we launched now a B2B offering, the Ledger Vault, where we're offering similar type of security, but more to financial institutions. And that's what Ledger is doing right now.
Right. And actually you introduced the Nano X at the CES in Las Vegas this year. So perhaps you can tell something how this idea erupted to launch this new product.
Sure. I think the idea comes from our users. And you know that crypto users can be very ruthless, so they tell us every day, every time they can, on Twitter, on Reddit, etc., what they want and when our product sucks and when we need to do better. And we pay attention to what our users say in order to think about the next generation of product. And the Nano X is actually a result of that. It solves sort of two problems. One, to be able to use Ledger on the go. And this is why you have the Nano X and the Ledger Live now that you can have on your phone. And you can pair with Bluetooth, with maximum security, and sort of use Ledger on the go. You don't have to be at home on your computer with your Nano S sort of linked to your computer. Yeah. That's problem number one that is solved. And problem number two was sort of the space and the number of apps that you could run from one Nano S. Has been a problem. It is still a problem. It is still something that we're working on. And don't worry, guys. We hear the feedback. We take it, and we're developing better products for you in the future. But really, Nano X come more with more storage space, basically, that helps you, run more coins in parallel at the same time.
Right. Actually, you just added Cardano, ADA to the Nano. That was a much anticipated choice. Are there any other new coins you're gonna add to the wallet?
So I cannot say specifically. What I can say is like there are many things that we're working on, and of course coin integration and supporting our users, because users also ask for more coin support. It comes directly from the users and from the community, so we pay a lot of attention to what the community wants. We work closely with some coin foundations, and we try to make our products always better, except that it takes time.
Yeah. Okay. A few things. Some say, okay, how secure is this Bluetooth connection? Is it not something? Is it not a potential risk for the cold storage? Perhaps you can explain. Are it two different security types, or?
Sure. So number one, I recommend everyone to document themselves on the internet in general. But they can come on our blog, they can speak to our customer success team. I mean, should you have any doubt about your security and how Ledger products work, we're very happy to talk one-on-one to our customers, and we have a lot of documentation that explain why Bluetooth is very secure. And it goes from very simple documentation to very technical documentation. So in my simple words, because I'm not a technician myself, I would just say that whether you connect your Nano S and or your Nano X with a USB to your computer or through the Bluetooth, there is nothing that will compromise the private key. The private key will always stay inside the device, and the private key will never be broadcasted either through the cord that you have between your Nano S and computer and or Bluetooth. So there's nothing that can happen to your private key. With your Ledger Nano S and with your Ledger Nano X, your private keys are very safe.
Because I know that France has a tradition in securing chips, chip cards, chips on credit cards, etc. Can you explain what kind of type of chip technology is used actually? Because it's hardware security.
Yes. again, there is a lot of documentation on our website that explain exactly what we use, the way we use it, and the type of component that is in our device, because it's very important for us to be as transparent as possible on what we do. What we use in our ledger is something that is called a secure element, and we use it from ST Microelectronics. And the secure element is a secure chip. It's the same type of chip that would be on your credit card, for example. And these are chips that have been designed specifically for security and to protect secrets. Inside that chip, we have our own proprietary software that runs and adds different layers of security. And it's the combination of hardware and software that brings the ultimate security to the market.
And can you also, if you look at ambitions, do you actually think of perhaps also securing like tokenized assets? I mean, you see exchanges focus on the cryptocurrencies, but they all focus on security tokens. So is it possible that you can actually support also the STOs?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you know, our job will always be the same. If there is a private key that needs, if you need endpoint security, then you probably need Ledger, and it's probably something that we will do, providing that the communities are big enough or the business need is big enough. So when you come to STO, security tokens, or various other form of tokens that will sort of leverage blockchain technologies and crypto technologies, this is typically in the roadmap of Ledger to support the tokenization that is coming our way.
If we look at the market, we have a crypto winter 2018, of course. What's your outlook on 2019, 2020, market-wise?
Yeah, but first of all, winter is my favorite season. You know, I love skiing, so you know I've got no problem with winter. Also, winter is really tough on companies, and it's true that it's been tough, you know, for Ledger and for many of other companies in the space, but it also forces you to ask the right questions. And what am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? And to focus on the product. Also, winters bring innovation. You know, it's often when there is a crisis that people think hard about, you know, their company, their structure, and newcomers really bring disruptive innovation into the market. So I think winter was good for the industry that was sort of overheated and making too much crazy money without really knowing why. Now the question is when is spring, because you know winter is cool, but at some point skiing must come to an end. Spring might come. It will come with different things happening at the same time. We can see already that the price is building momentum. We can see that there are new protocols that are coming to the market, and sort of, you know, things are happening in terms of what was promised to be delivered is being delivered now. So, you know, sort of Cardano, Cosmos, Tezos, etc. There were many staking, there were many sort of promises of the market. And this market has usually we announce first and deliver after. So when you announce, you create huge momentum, and then people are a bit disappointed. So I think it's time that the market delivers first, and then everything will happen.
Just a few more questions. You had, of course, recently the Bitcoin SV, Binance is delisting it, Kraken is delisting it. Do you have a stance? Do you have an opinion on that topic?
So we have no opinion. The only thing I can tell you is we never supported BSV for pure technical reasons that I won't explain here because I don't know. You need to talk to my CTO, Nicolas Bacca, and he's got the reason why. And usually for these matters, I stand behind my CTO and he calls the shots.
All right. Last question, what are your favorite projects personally? Do you have any favorite ones, favorite coins? Do you trade yourself?
So I'm very biased. I love Ledger. I think it's a great company, and we're trying to build something great, and we're trying to be better for our users. We're really trying hard.
Currencies?
I love my other company. I've got another company called Kaiko. Market data is also very important. And currencies, no man, like, you know, in my position at Ledger, we want to be Switzerland. Like, we're not here to promote currencies or say what we like, don't like, etc. I think that there are very smart teams that are working on very hard problems, and any smart team that is working on a very hard problem that needs our help to secure the endpoint, we're here to help.
Okay. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup, Pascal, and see you next time. Hopefully.